laws. You may ask, who is Newton? Who does he think he is making up laws? What are his laws? Why in the world do I care? Why am I listing questions? Will I tell you? No, I'll tell you!
Excellent, Rose. You just demonstrated Newton's first law, which is an object in motion stays in motion, and an object at rest stays at rest, unless acted upon by an outside force. That orange couldn't have moved by itself. Something has to act upon it, such as Rose's hand, forcing it to move. That orange would have kept going and going, until an outside force like gravity, friction, or carrying Pearl's hand stopped it. It's simple.
You may ask, why do wheels and tops seem to stop by themselves? No one's touching them, right? Doesn't that prove Newton wrong? I'm here to show you that that's not true. For this experiment, you'll need only a flat surface and a top. A top. Okay, finally, I'm sorry. Okay, so this top is first brought to motion by an outside force, my hand, and is brought to a stop by an outside force. Friction acts upon the top and slows it down until it eventually stops. Newton's first law! Try this at home. To demonstrate Newton's first law, we will try an experiment. For this experiment, you will need water, a large cup, a tile or a deck of cards, and an orange that fits into the cup. Rose!
First, fill the cup halfway with water. Now, this is for stability. Now place the tile, or deck of cards, directly over the cup. Place the orange in the center of the tile. Quickly pull the tile horizontally. The orange lands in the cup. This is because of Newton's first law. An object at rest stays at rest. When the tile is pulled out sideways, there is not enough friction to cause the orange to accelerate, so it falls straight into the cup. Newton's first law.
Newton's second law of motion. Acceleration is produced when the force acts on the mass. The greater the mass of the object being accelerated, the greater the amount of force needed to accelerate the object.
For all of you out there who didn't get that, here's a simple experiment. Do not try this at home. Obviously, the amount of force used on the door by Rose wasn't enough to accelerate it. Why don't we try something with a little bit less mass? As you can see, the amount of force used by Rose on the blanket is enough to accelerate it. That's why it moves. Newton's second law.
Here's an experiment you can try at home. For this experiment, you will need 2 cars and a flat surface.
I'm ready! No, Rose. Toy cars.
Place the cars on the flat surface, pushing one car with more force than the other. Pew! Both cars move, but the car pushed with greater force accelerates and goes a farther distance. That's because of Newton's second law of motion! Newton's third law. Read the sign, people. Please read it.
We did an experiment to show you an example.
This stunt should only be executed by professionals. Do not try this at home. As you can see with this experiment, Rachel and Liz exerted energy to push me, Cammy Pearl, and I rolled backwards. This was the action. The equal and opposite reaction was Rachel and Liz rolling backwards herself. We have now shown you all 3 of Sir Isaac Newton's laws.
We hope you enjoyed these simple experiments to help explain these ingenious laws.
Science! science of the 19th century. How interesting. The lime tree bower my prison. Well, they are gone, and here must I remain. This lime tree bower my prison I have lost. Beauties and feelings such as would have been most sweet to my remembrance even without age. Had dimmed thine mine eyes to blindness? They, meanwhile, friends who I never more may meet again, a springy health among the tilt-up edge, wander in gladness and wind down, perchance, to that still roaring dell of which I... No, I'll tell you! Orange! Camouflage the science girl!
Now, place the orange in the center of the tile. Now quickly pull the tile horizontally.
Newton? Newton? Are you alright? Newton! We now know of the mysterious death of Sir Isaac Newton.